Siddhartha Gautama, born more than 25 centuries ago in the sacred land of Lumbini to King Suddhodana and Queen Maya of the Shakya clan, entered the world surrounded by signs that foretold an extraordinary destiny, yet his life began like that of any human child, fragile and dependent, and after the early loss of his mother he was raised with great care and affection by his aunt Mahapajapati. Even in early childhood, Siddhartha showed a calm and contemplative nature, often sitting quietly beneath trees, observing nature, life, and silence, displaying compassion toward all living beings and an unusual sensitivity to suffering, qualities that distinguished him from other children of privilege. As he grew older, he received the finest education of his time, mastering governance, philosophy, martial skills, literature, and meditation, and was prepared to become a powerful king. Yet despite his intelligence, strength, and success, his heart remained restless, searching for deeper meaning beyond power and pleasure. Sheltered within palace walls from pain and hardship, he lived in luxury, married Princess Yasodhara, and became the father of a son, Rahula. But even family life and royal comfort could not silence the questions rising within him about the nature of existence, suffering, and the purpose of human life. When he finally ventured beyond the palace and witnessed old age, sickness, death, and a wandering ascetic, these sights shattered his sheltered understanding and awakened him to a universal truth: that no one, regardless of wealth or status, can escape suffering, impermanence, and death. Deeply moved by this realization, and inspired by the calm of the ascetic who had renounced the world, Siddhartha made the painful and courageous decision at the age of 29 to leave behind his palace, his wife, his child, and his future kingdom in search of a solution to human suffering, a moment remembered as the Great Renunciation. For years he wandered as a seeker, studying under spiritual teachers and practicing extreme asceticism, fasting until his body weakened and his breath grew faint, believing that denying the body might free the mind. Yet despite his endurance and discipline, enlightenment did not come, and through this hardship he discovered a profound insight: that extreme pleasure binds the soul, but extreme suffering clouds the mind, and neither leads to true wisdom. Accepting nourishment and strength once again, he realized the importance of balance and discovered what he would later teach as the middle way, a path of moderation, awareness, and ethical living. Sitting alone beneath the Bodhi tree in deep meditation, he confronted fear, desire, attachment, illusion, and ignorance, and as dawn broke, Siddhartha awakened fully to the nature of reality, attaining enlightenment at the age of 35 and becoming the Buddha, meaning the awakened one. From that moment onward, he devoted his life not to power or worship, but to teaching, walking across villages, forests, and kingdoms for 45 years, speaking gently to kings, farmers, merchants, outcasts, men and women alike, explaining the Four Noble Truths: that life contains suffering, that desire and attachment are the causes of suffering, that suffering can end, and that the path to liberation lies in the Eightfold Path of right understanding, intention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. Throughout his teachings, the Buddha repeatedly emphasized that he was not a god, did not claim divinity, did not ask anyone to worship him, and did not belong to Islam or any later religion, but was simply a human being who awakened through insight and discipline, teaching others to rely on personal understanding rather than blind belief. He warned against idol worship and clarified that statues and images created after his death were only stone symbols meant to inspire remembrance and reflection, not representations of God. And that liberation does not come from rituals, identity, or labels, but from wisdom, compassion, and mindful living. In his final years, even as his body weakened with age,